Thank you very much.
Go, guys.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
Thank you, darling. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi.
Apologize ahead for looking like hammered dookie, but man, we were in the studio till about 3:30 this morning. About 3 wells. Every time I tell the story, it gets a little later.
It was about 3:30.
Yeah.
Not a soul in sight.
And so got some sleep on a plane out here, and just so glad to be here. So glad to be on the West Coast because you guys got the best weather on the planet, and it's fun. So it's going to be a big weekend for us. We're excited. I will tell you this, that every now and then, Miss Yearwood has a saying. It's called "Garth's in rare form as usual." And the thing is, it's just one of those days. I woke up knowing it. I'm just going to tell you right now, I feel sorry for everybody that's sitting in the seat tonight. It's just going to be stupid. It's going to be so much fun. If it all falls apart tomorrow, I'm asking to come back tomorrow night. But this is going to be crazy. You can feel it. Feel it when we got here. Feel it when we landed. Feel it in the arena. This is going to be one to remember tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Really don't have that much to say. Aaron, do we gotta cover anything, or are we good?
You're good.
Let's go down the list that we gotta do. Today let's talk about the Christmas album today, and we'll talk about the new album, I guess. And since Target released their stuff, we can talk about that. The Garth channel, any of that stuff's fair game. And there's some other stuff we can't talk about yet. And that's it. Those are the rules. Did I do good?
You did.
Very good. So now here's my favorite part. I'm not really good at talking at you. So if it's cool, if you guys wouldn't mind kind of like asking questions. But if you ask questions, all I ask is that you identify yourself so we know who we're talking to. Yes, sir.
Greg Lane from 127.
Okay.
What do you remember the most about coming here after 19 years? I mean, when you came here before, you had an incredible effect on everybody. And I think a lot of people to this day, they truly believe that those were some of the best lunches that we did. I for one.
Thank you.
What do you remember the most about coming here?
Did we meet last night?
We met, sir.
Okay.
I'm the guy that wants to take you to school.
Oh, okay, that's it. Thank you again. Very sweet. We talked on the radio as well.
That's right.
Yeah, I think what I love about this place, this reminds me very much of kind of how I grew up. It's a place that people might go, really, Fresno? You know, country music. But these people know their country music here. They're very intelligent with their country music here, and they come to party, and they do it the right way. They're real enthusiastic, but they respect each other. That's my kind of place. So maybe that's it. Maybe just knowing tonight you're getting ready to lace them up and pretty much walk into what feels like your hometown. Maybe it's why it has the confidence to go out and know. Because I got to tell you, and I told you this when we talked before. It was Chicago that kind of threw everything into a whack. The very opening city. I didn't think anybody'd show up. She was saying, no, they're going to show up. I was scared to death. Chicago went from 1 night to 11 nights. Same way St. Paul, Minneapolis. So all of a sudden, the 90 or 100 cities you were going to try and see like you did in the 90s got thrown out. And now you just pick the cities. And how do you pick them? You just say, what was the one we had the most fun in last time? So if you're sitting on this tour, this is one that you remember having a blast in last time. So kind of the pressure is more on you guys because we know what this town can do, and we came back for more of it. It's going to be fun. Same guys. You know. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Erica Pierce with 93.7 Kiss Country.
Hi, Erica.
I was wondering, it's been 19 years since you've been in the Valley.
Yeah, before you were born. Yes.
I appreciate that. There are a lot of listeners that you have that have never seen you before. What should they be excited to see tonight?
This is a good question. You know, everything is about data now. So let's take some of the ticketing agencies, and then let's just pull Ticketmaster out. Ticketmaster will give you an estimate that 48% of the people that are in the arena tonight, half the arena, were 10 years old or not even born yet last time we toured. So that's very flattering because half the arena and the other half all know every word of every song, which is crazy again since they weren't born last time we were touring.
But we're seeing the young people who weren't born singing along to every song. So either their parents raised them right, or they're doing their homework at night and they're ready for the shows because they are all singing. It's more than I've ever seen, even from when we toured together in '98.
Amen. So now knowing that you're dealing with those people, and you may see if you want to, now that you know that you're dealing with half the arena of that age, here's where becoming one of the older guys kind of comes into play, which I love. It's my job to make sure that those kids leave here knowing the greatest voices ever in country music. They need to know about them. So we're going to play a little Keith Ridley. We're going to play some Randy Travis, Haggard, Jones. School is in session, right? And I'm the professor, and it's the greatest class ever because you get to talk about the great ones, you know. And they probably already know them, but those that don't, it's kind of our job as this guard. Take guys like me, guys like Alan, guys like Urban. These guys, they all take it upon their shoulders to make sure that these kids know the history of country music and why guys like us get to stand on the stage today. That's the most important thing. Yes, sir.
So, Josh T. with the Fresno Bee.
Hey, Josh.
I have a question about like the 4 shows. I'm coming to tonight's show. Am I gonna be upset that I didn't show up tomorrow? Tomorrow at the evening show, Sunday.
You betcha.
I am gonna be upset.
Yeah, that's my job. My job is to make 2 people that just happen to be on the street that came to 2 different shows go, well, he didn't play that at my show. Because our job is to make each one unique. That's what we want. So if you really want to know the show that gets the kitchen sink, the last show in every city gets the kitchen sink. So they get to see everything opening night did, all this other stuff, but each night is individual. Then when you get to last night, you just throw it all on, you just pile it on. But there's, there's trade outs for everything. By the last show, the voice is gone. But these people don't care. Halfway through the show, they won't even know if I'm up there or not. They just want to sing, they want to dance, they want to play, and they want to be like they're the only ones in the building. And that's the kind of people that I think we want to play for.
Garth, Patrick Nelson, CBS 47.
What's your first name?
Patrick.
Patrick, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Just being here in Fresno, hotels, businesses, restaurants are benefiting from that because so many folks want to come see you perform.
It's very sweet.
With that in mind, I mean, does that mean something to you personally to know that these businesses that maybe have just started here by the university are getting a little bit of a boost by you coming and playing here?
I guess I've never thought of that end of it. I don't know. I think anything with your name on it, you're representing your folks and God and country music and the people that are with you. So if any of these people out here get to have good things happen to them because I get to come here and play music, I guess I've never thought about it. I feel in my position, and I can't speak for you, but it's probably the same way any artist, you kind of feel in this position all you do is take. Because all people do is give. They give, they give, they give, and you feel so selfish. So to hear a story that it might be working somewhere else around you is very sweet. It's nice. Yeah, I'll take that. Good luck with them, and I hope that things go well. And on the other hand, too, I hope that all of a sudden prices don't double if rooms get thin, too. Because it's all about fair profit and treating everybody hopefully fair. How's that? Terrible answer.
That's good. That's really good. Hi, Wendy Lane, Fox 26
Hi, Miss
News.
Wendy.
So I totally just forgot my question.
That's
I'm
all right.
starstruck. I'm so sorry.
Do you want to
Go
go to her
ahead.
and then you
Yeah,
take it?
okay, sure. I'm Lindsay Henry with Case 24 at CBS 47.
Hi, Lindsay.
What would y'all be singing together? Anything?
Yes, we'll be doing some stuff together.
Yeah, I mean, it's each show, like Josh kind of pointed out, each show's kind of a crapshoot. First song on the set list is guaranteed. Anything after that, the crew knows it could go anyway.
And I have a kind of an idea of where I am in the show, but I am always ready early because you never know what's going to happen. So I definitely don't want to be like have my hair in rollers when they go, you gotta go. That's happened before, so I'm good now.
I've actually seen her from stage. I'm looking at stage, looking down the hall. I've seen her running, pulling curlers and everything out of her hair. So, but that's entertainment, man. That's the fun part of the show.
Fun for you.
So, In Another's Eyes, that was our first kind of duet, kind of established duet. And then sometimes we'll do other people's duets, paying homage again to Wynette Jones or Conway Twitty and Miss Loretta Lynn. So that kind of stuff happens. And then my favorite song of hers is Walk Away Joe. I mean, I remember exactly where I was when I heard it for the first time. It's one of those songs, and kills me. So anytime I get to be selfish and I get to do requests, I request that one on stage, and then I get to play and sing it with her, even though that is a song she did with another man.
But he's let
Yes,
that go.
I've
He
let it go.
doesn't bring that up
Yes.
often at all.
But yeah, that's
Okay, I remember my question.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, Wendy, Fox 26 News. What made you decide to come out of retirement?
Well, my mom had a problem with empty nest syndrome. She's had 6 kids, and it was rough on her to see the last one go. And the last one was me, so I get it, right? But so, no, totally joking aside, my mom's life was buried in her children. So when her children got out of the house, she had a hard time with it. I didn't think I had that. 3 to 2 didn't feel that different. House was still kind of loud. 2 to 1, the house became a morgue. And when that last one was going, she saw it. And she said, you know, the last one wants to go to Nashville to go to school there. What if we moved back with her, and what if we toured? Well, now the house is empty for a totally different reason. So yeah, this helped a lot. So that was it. And like we talked when we first started, I didn't think anybody would show up. It's very sweet that they did. Now they've showed up in these numbers that are stupid and very flattering and very humbling. And now you just go out and now just have the time of your life every night, just shooting from the hip.
But
'Cause
this
they allow
is
you
not
to
a
do
guy who retires. You know, when he's retired, he's, you know, up every morning making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the girls for school, and then there's soccer practice, and if we have snacks, it's a good day because normally other parents bring like healthy things, and he brings M&Ms and Dr. Peppers, and so they love it when we have snack day, and so our whole the time we spent in Oklahoma was busy. Even when he did the residency in Vegas, you know, we would play a show and get on a plane and go and be at a soccer game and then get back for the show that night. So there's never, and now when we have a few days off, you know, he'll be gone he'll come in and he'll be all dirty, and I'm like, what do you do? Well, I was just on the farm. Like, he built a bridge or something, or he built a trail. He's like, retirement is different for you than for other boys.
No. So yeah, but it was pretty neat. It's neat to come back, and now with this new record, we released the first record right the first year of tour, Manning His Machine. And the one thing that I kept hearing through the whole first year of touring is, where's the car stuff? Where is your pen? And because I didn't write anything hardly on the first album, so just kind of holed up since November and just been writing. So now the new record that's coming out is probably the most Garth thing we've ever done. If that's a good thing or a bad thing, the people will decide. But it's been a pretty cool adventure, kind of going within yourself and seeing if that muscle is still there and if it still works. So I've enjoyed that since we've been back. So. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Jenna Wilson with the Collegian at Fresno State.
I'm sorry.
Huge fan, even though I'm 21. So you kind of touched on it earlier, but it's like every concert, every fan is just, they know every word, they're singing every word. What's that experience like?
But it never gets old. I mean, for me, it's like, I remember the very first time, and it was actually on a radio show that I was opening. I had She's in Love the Boy out, so I was the first artist. He was the last artist, and I went on about 9 in the morning. He went on about 10 o'clock that night. And for those 10 or 15 minutes that I was out there, it was the first time I saw somebody singing the words to She's in Love with the Boy, and I'm like, they know that song because I'm singing that song. It was a life-changing moment because I had wanted that moment since I was 5 years old, and it really never gets old to me every night that if I'm lucky enough for that to happen. And then, you know, when they start singing your songs, it's like, I don't know. There's some good singing. You said it before. But I don't know if there's been a lot of karaoke since we were touring last, but everybody's singing. Everybody sounds really good. It's pretty cool.
So spoiler alert, Miss Yearwood has the highlight of the show. I hate it because I'm competitive, very competitive. So I've spent the last 2 years on the road trying to figure out how to take it away from her. Haven't yet. You'll see if you come to the show. You'll see it tonight. I cry like a baby every time it happens. But it's funny that you mentioned people singing along. She's got the highlight of the show. If you're here tonight, or that's the one thing it won't change. Friday night, 2 shows. Saturday, Sunday, all those Miss Yearwood will probably, damn it, end up with the highlight of the show just on this one moment. I know it is for me every night. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. Jason Oliveira, ABC 30. The dynamic of you two being married and being on tour, what what has that been like? Like, are you guys in the same tour bus? How does that work?
No.
Yes. The dynamic works the same way anywhere else, because let's look at this situation, okay? I introduced this woman as the love of my life. She introduced me as her current husband, okay? So
It's never funny to me, ever.
so it's kind of how it works. She's fun. We just did the Christmas record together, so this is the first duet record we've ever done together. So we got to argue all the way into the studio, argue while we're in the studio, get to argue all the way home. That was fun, and it's just.
Well, we might need therapy, because I thought I was going to say everything's great. Everything's going. I really enjoyed myself.
It is. It's If she wasn't here, it'd be easier to answer this question. But it's like I don't know what it is. I can be in a room like this, talking whatever, not knowing when she walks in that room. All of a sudden you're going, wow, it's like I can breathe twice as deep. You know, you just feel like it kind of completes you. So I think I've seen my life without her. So I got some time to make up. So I'm going to spend 26 hours a day with her. So.
I will say that people, you know, we spend a lot of time together, and it was our choice. When we got married, it's been almost 11 years, and we said we didn't want to get married to be apart. And so we really enjoy each other's company. And when you're both entertainers or singers, and this is what you want to do, this is what I want to do my whole life. When he was retired living in Oklahoma, I was still doing some shows, and it would be bittersweet, because I would be going to do what I wanted to do more than anything, but I was leaving behind the person I wanted to be with. So that's what I've enjoyed so much about this tour, is that when I'm packing my bag to go, I'm not starting to get mad and, like, you know, he's seen it before, you know how that goes, because we're leaving together, and we have a lot of fun. We laugh a lot, and we get to play music, and it's fun. It's really the best.
Yeah, and it's a fair question, because I think it was Oprah that we maybe, was it the first anniversary we spent with her
I think so.
on our show? She said, what makes you different from, I think it was Tom Cruise, who she picked up coming out doing that thing that he did, you know, when he got married.
He jumped up and down on her chair.
Right. It says, what makes you different from him? And I said, hey, the only thing is just day by day. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to try and prove anything to anybody. We don't have anything to prove anything. Just day by day, we're going to be together, and the years will start to stack up. And I can tell you this with all the show, I've never been more sure of anything in my life. I found this woman, if you believe in reincarnation, I found this woman in the past life, I'll find her in the next one. I mean, that's just, she's going to have to kill me to get rid of me. That'll come back on us.
Yeah, I think so. That's good. That's nice.
Yes, sir.
Is there one particular thing that you guys have got to do because of what you do for a living that sticks out? I mean, I know you've been president.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, so many things.
You betcha. No, let's talk about it right now. They say money can't buy happiness. And people go, what is it? I got to send my mom to the greatest doctors on the planet because of the money that God and the people have given me through music. That bought, I'm 100% convinced that bought my mom 5 extra years, which bought us 5 extra years with her. That is something that this business gave. So I think you betcha, man. You know, when we didn't have a dime, and I was a kid, I was spoiled to death. I was the happiest guy on the planet. Just spoiled to death. So I was surrounded by love. That's really all you need. But being able to go at any second wherever you want to, make sure your children, you can be further away from your children. They're kind of in their own world, but know that you can be there in a second. That's a gift, and I'm very thankful for that. Very, very appreciative for that. It's good. You guys have been very sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.